Hi, and welcome back to The Face of Space. This is a podcast dedicated to exploring the galaxy, talking to new life forms, and discovering the tools and skills that they use to make decisions, solve problems, and learn how to get along. I'm your host, Miss Alyssa, and last week we visited a planet entirely made of water called GJ1214b. I wanted to find out how life forms on this planet communicate, and it turns out it's a lot like us. But even when we do communicate well, it can still sometimes be a struggle to manage our relationships at times, especially when it comes to things like friendships and keeping our friends when things get tough. And so I invite you to join me to visit a new planet called Gliese 667c. I'm about ready to board my ship. I'm just waiting here for it to come now. Where is it? Strange. Oh, hold on. I think there it is. Okay, alright, let's go. Alright, well, I am now on the planet Gliese 667c, and I am in the control room of my spacecraft, safely in here where there's plenty of oxygen for me to breathe. I'm about ready to meet Clara. I'm just looking out my window. Clara? That's strange. I don't see anyone out there. Well, I'm right here. Hi. Oh, hi, sorry. I almost didn't see you. It's so nice to meet you, Clara. I'm so excited to talk to you today. My last interview that I did, I spoke to the life form on that planet about communication and how sometimes it can be difficult, and that all of us life forms sometimes have to really, work on it and work on being assertive and work on speaking up. And I thought to myself, well, you know what? Sometimes even when we are good at communicating with one another, sometimes we can still have problems in things like our friendships and in our relationships. And so the question that I'd like to ask you first, Clara, is I wonder how you do in your friendships. Do you ever find that you sometimes have struggles? Yeah, that's all I ever seem to have. I have so many. Well, I do, but I don't think anybody else on my planet does. It might just be me. Oh, well, I'm sorry to hear, Clara, that you're having a hard time right now with that. I came from Earth, and we have that problem too. We struggle with friendships sometimes. We struggle making friends, and we struggle with keeping friends. And sometimes it does feel like you're the only one that feels it or has that problem. I thought we might be the only planet in the universe that has that problem, but even coming here, it sounds like you sometimes have that problem and you think you might be the only one. I wonder, Clara, why do you think you might be the only one? Well, because I'm so different, and everybody else seems fine, and everybody else floats along with their friends and they laugh, but I don't think anybody wants to be friends with me, because, well, look at me. I'm always spoiling everything and I never know what to say, and I'm different. I'm very different, but I have to tell you something. I'm even sadder than usual because I thought I had this really good friend, Sarah, and right before this, we got in a fight, and I feel even sadder than usual. Well, I'm sorry to hear that. That sounds rough. Getting in a fight with a friend, or even not getting along, someone that was really important to you, that can feel pretty bad. And especially tough to work out. It might feel in the moment like you're never going to talk to one another again. You might even say things and do things that you don't mean. So a lot of times with our friendships, I think we have to really think about how often these things are happening and whether or not we can fix them. Would you like to share what happened? Well, yeah. So my friend Sarah's she's a big ball of sunshine. And, we get along pretty well, because sometimes I get a little down, and Sarah will make me super happy because she's always happy and she's always laughing and she makes everybody happy. But I can't do that. I'm not like that. And well, I was having a really rough day when we were at school. I was having a really hard time, and then I saw Sarah, and she was over there with a bunch of people, with some other friends, and I thought, well, maybe I'll go talk to Sarah. And they were all laughing and she was shining brightly, and I went up to her and I said, hey Sarah, can I talk to you for a little bit? And then she said, not right now, Clara. I'm hanging out with everybody else. And she sounded kind of mean. So then I walked away, and then I went up to her later and I told her, but I was a little bit mad, and I said, Sarah, you never have time for me. I don't want to be friends anymore. And then Sarah said, okay, well, you're always so sad anyways. And then we walked away from each other, and I think it's over. I don't think we'll ever be friends again. And now I don't have any friends. That sounds rough, Clara, and I can see why you'd be so sad. I wonder, do you think that you had a healthy relationship with Sarah? Healthy? Yeah, healthy. Just because we're friends with someone doesn't always mean it's a good idea to stay friends with them. That's how I think of unhealthy and healthy relationships. There can be friendships that are not very healthy, and part of getting better as we get older is learning those things that are unhealthy that we don't like. I think of it like this. In an unhealthy relationship, usually you don't feel supported. You don't get along very well. Maybe they make you feel bad about yourself, and maybe they say mean things about you. In a healthy relationship, it's different. A healthy friendship, you'll find that you do feel supported. There are positive things that you like about them and they like about you. What kind of traits do you look for, Clara, when you look for friendships, or when you make friends? What are the things that you think might be healthy? Well, I like having friends that are nice, and I like it when they no matter how bad of a day I'm having, they'll be there for me. I like having friends that we can laugh together and we get along, and they say nice things to me, and also I like having friends that care a lot about my feelings, because that's important to me. Yeah, and those are the reasons that we stay friends with people, and those are the things that we all deserve from a friendship, is to have a healthy friendship. There are times, however, when maybe we start to notice that, after time, that, hey, I'm not sure this friend's treating me so right. Sometimes it seems like they don't care about my feelings. And if you're being assertive and you tell them, I'm a little worried because maybe they say something mean to you, and they say, I don't care, and then they walk away, well, that might not be so healthy. There are times when we might find our friends are putting us in places that we don't feel safe. If you tell them you're scared and they say no, do it anyways, that's not so healthy. We all get in fights sometimes, and even the best friendships will have fights every once in a while. But there's a huge difference between the fights in a healthy friendship and an unhealthy one. In an unhealthy one, the fights don't ever really work out too well. Maybe people don't apologize, or maybe they don't talk about it. But you'll start to notice after a while that, I'm not so sure this person is treating me very well. Oh, do you think Sarah was an unhealthy friend? Well, what do you think? Do you think she had those traits that we think of as unhealthy? Well, I mean, most of the time, she was a very healthy friend. Well, but we did get in this fight, but we've never been in a fight before, so I think it was a healthy friendship, but now I don't know. Ah! What is that light? Hey! Hi, Clara! Hi! Oh, hi! Oh, I'm so glad that I found you! Oh, Clara! Oh, I really need to talk to you, Clara. I'm so sorry. Oh no, Clara! I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I was so wrong. You were talking to your friends and I was being mean and then I came up and I said a mean thing to you. I'm so sorry. Oh, but you were really sad and I just told you to leave me alone and I just wasn't being very nice and you needed me and then you came and then I'm so sorry that I did that. Can we still be friends? Well, of course we can still be friends, Sarah. You're the best friend I've ever had and I am so sorry that we got in a fight. Can we never ever fight again? Yay! I'm so happy. Oh, yeah, let's never fight again. And if we ever do fight again, let's stay friends forever. Hey, Clara, there's a parade over there. You want to go have some fun? Oh, yes, I do. Oh, I almost forgot. Miss Alyssa, thank you for talking to me. That was helpful. Sometimes I just need to remember what good, healthy relationships are. I do have to go now, though. Yeah. Hey, Sarah, wait up for me. Wait, no, you go in the front, and then I'll follow behind. Bye, Clara. Bye, Sarah. Well, everyone, it looks like I am headed home after another successful mission. I'm so glad to find out that we are not the only life forms in this universe that sometimes have problems managing our friendships. Alright, well, this is it for the Face of Space podcast. Until next time. We don't notice any time pass. We don't notice anything. We sit side by side in every class. Teacher thinks that I sound funny, but she likes the way you sing. Tonight I'll dream while I'm in bed, when silly thoughts go through my head about the bugs and alphabet. And when I wake tomorrow, I'll bet that you and I will walk together.